Hi friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. Finally, we have reached the second part of our discussion on the Purvashadha Nakshatra. In this part, we will try to understand the different personality traits as it has been ascribed to this nakshatra by our ancient sages. Because when they looked at the sky, they saw these stars as the spiritual force with the real life in them. And when something is alive, that should be defined with a proper caste, with a proper gender. So all those things we are going to discuss in this video, along with the list of auspicious and the inauspicious activities which you can think of opting or avoiding at the time when moon will be transiting this Purvashadha Nakshatra. So before we'll start our discussion, just a quick recap of all what we have studied in the introductory video. We have already discussed that this nakshatra falls deep within the Sagittarius sign from 13 degree 20 minutes reaching till 26 degree 40 minutes. All the qualities which gets to your mind from the Sagittarius sign in the form of the faith, ambition, adventure, higher learning, optimism, most importantly optimism, you will find inherent in this Purvashadha Nakshatra. When it comes to the rulership of that goes to the planet Venus. This nakshatra can be seen as the pinnacle of the Venusian energy. The power of this nakshatra is Varcho Grahana Shakti, power of invigoration, power to infuse zeal, energy in the person. When it comes to the indication, this nakshatra can be seen as the invincible star. A lot related to undefeatable, the conquering goes into this nakshatra. The deity, the presiding deity of this nakshatra is the water goddess Apa. Many scholars also associate the Varuna, the rain god, as one of the presiding deity of this nakshatra. So the rejuvenating aspect of the water gets associated with this nakshatra. And the astronomical configuration of this nakshatra is, it constitutes of three stars: Cos Media, Cos Borealis and the Cos Australis. When our ancient sages they looked at the sky, they saw these three stars making the form of a handheld fan, because of which that get associated as one of the symbol to this Purvashadha Nakshatra. And when it comes to the fan, that tells a lot of things. First thing, fan tells about the aristocracy, because they are still in some cultures, fan is being used as a sign of supremacy. So that also tells about little bit of the decorativeness, the artistic talents and little bit of the flamboyance about this nakshatra. Second thing, fan is also used to fan up the fire, which tells about that this nakshatra has the potential to give lots of popularity, to fan up your fame in all the direction. Fan can be also used to cool yourself in a heat weather. That also tells about little bit of the rejuvenating aspect. And most importantly and the last, fan is also used to hide your face. So that can also be looked at from the perspective that this nakshatra has little bit of the sensitivity and the secrecy associated with this nakshatra, that these people want to keep a part of their life little bit secret. When it comes to the another symbol of this nakshatra is of a winnowing basket. So a winnowing basket which is moved to and fro in order to get rid of the husk from the grains is the another symbol of this nakshatra, which tells about that this nakshatra has the potential to get rid of the ego, all kind of impurities and the lower human nature. The brief idea about the nature and functioning of this nakshatra goes to that these people have a strong conviction of getting on top of whichsoever project they will put themselves at. The optimism is very high and very strong in this nakshatra, which many times act against these people, that because of this high optimism, they do not even get get affected by the failures or the mistakes which they have done, and do not learn from their past mistakes. But the best part is these people have the just do it kind of attitude. The joy of living is very high. These people just want to live in the present. They do not get bogged down by the regrets of the past or remain worried about the future. They just want to live life fullest in the present. That is the only reason these people always remain in the pursuit of improvement of their life conditions. It has been generally seen that these people in their formal education goes through little bit of the ups and downs, but that doesn't hamper their prospect of future growth. They have a unique approach of looking at situation, looking at things, which makes them an inspirer amongst their group circle, amongst their friend circle. They can even work as a professional motivators as well. And all of those a pleasant and artistic way of looking at things you will find inherent in this nakshatra, because it is the peak of the Venusian energy. The debating skills is also very strong in this Purvashadha Nakshatra. The flip side or the shadow side of the Purvashadha Nakshatra is that little bit of the extravagant nature, because when there is too much of the Venusian thing, so extravagance cannot be ruled out. Little bit of the over expansive nature has been seen, and many times it has been seen that these people just want to go and do things their own way only. So that just gives little bit of the hint of the obstinacy and stubbornness as well. So this is all what we have discussed in the previous videos. Now we will start fresh in discussing the personality traits of this Purvashadha Nakshatra. So when it comes to the caste, so our ancient sages assigned this the caste of a Brahmin, and like the way I always say, do not get confused by these castes, the Brahmin, the Kshatriya. In today's world, these castes can be looked at from the perspective that Brahmin is all about learning, Kshatriya is someone who is going to get influenced and turned on by the power. You give a designation to a Kshatriya person, so that person will do not want anything else. He just want the limelight, he just want to have the throne, the power. Same ways, Brahmin caste just means about the learning aspect, and just because it has fallen in the sign of the learning, the faith, the Sagittarius, being ruled by two teachers, preceptors, Jupiter, because that is where this nakshatra falls, the Sagittarius ruled by the Jupiter. Second is the Venus, and because Venus rules this Purvashadha Nakshatra, and these are the original two preceptors and the teachers. Jupiter in our mythological, in the Vedic description, has been assigned the role of a preceptor to the gods, and Venus has been assigned the role of the teacher, the preceptor to the demons. So the Brahmin caste has been associated with this nakshatra. The gender associated to this nakshatra is of a female gender, because of the rulership of the Venus, which is a feminine planet, and even the water goddess, the feminine goddess Apa, presiding on this nakshatra. So the female is the gender. When it comes to the direction, this nakshatra governs the east direction. So you can think of reciting all the remedial measure while facing east direction, governed by this nakshatra. When it comes to the body parts and the humor, this nakshatra governs your thighs and the back, from the portion starting from the neck reaching till the waist. So the thighs and the back of your body. The Ayurvedic constitution of this nakshatra is it belongs to the Pitta, the fiery constitution. So because it has fallen in the Sagittarius sign, which is a Pitta sign, so Pitta is the constitution, fiery constitution, as per the Ayurveda, has been associated with this nakshatra. When it comes to the Guna, Tattva and the Gana, so Guna is very simple, because of the pinnacle, the peak of the Venusian energy, too much of the the human related pursuit of improvement of your condition, little bit of the flamboyance, all the artistic and the creative things, expansion. So Rajasic Guna has been assigned to this nakshatra by our ancient sages. The Tattva, the element, so it belongs to the air element. That might be a case that just because the fan is the symbol associated with this nakshatra, fan which is all about producing the air. So air is the element associated to this nakshatra by our ancient sages. When it comes to the Gana, this nakshatra belongs to the Manushya, the human Gana. So all those qualities, in the material world, whatsoever we want can be associated with the human desires only. So Manushya Gana has been associated with this nakshatra. When it comes to the most important aspect, the auspicious and the inauspicious activities, which you can think of opting at the predominance of this nakshatra. So first thing, just because this nakshatra has a lot to do with the invincibility, so anything related to the settling the terms with someone, going for a debate, all those activities which requires you to come out of with the winning colors. So the settling of the terms, settling of the debts, any kind of reconciliation, any kind of litigation is considered as auspicious at the predominance of this nakshatra. Any of the water related travel, any going to the amusement park, anything related to water is considered as very auspicious. All those artistic and the creative pursuit is considered as auspicious at the predominance of this nakshatra. All the acts, something related to the marriage or the sexuality is considered as auspicious at the predominance of this nakshatra. Even any kind of occult initiation, on the spiritual initiation, doing the havans, the charging up your religious amulets or your lockets, so all those activities are considered as auspicious at the predominance of the Purvashadha Nakshatra. When it comes to the list of the inauspicious activities, So first of all, any act of tact and diplomacy is not considered as auspicious. You might get into a state of the debate or the argument with person. Second thing is, all those acts which require you to have a calm reflection, the introspection, is not considered as very auspicious at the predominance of this nakshatra. Any of the activity of the land related journey is not considered as very auspicious at the predominance of this Purvashadha nakshatra. When it comes to the disposition, lunar month and the day, so the orientation of this nakshatra is, it is a adhomukha nakshatra. It is a downward facing nakshatra. Like the way water has the quality, if you do not know swimming, you will jump into the ocean, it will suck you within. So it is a downward facing nakshatra. When it comes to the disposition, so it is a ugra, it is a hard and fierce nakshatra. That is the only reason this nakshatra is considered as auspicious for all the war-like related activities. Because first thing is, it is a ugra nakshatra, and second thing is, there is a notion of a good omen, there is a notion of the invincibility, that you will not face the defeat. So downward facing is the orientation, and the hard and fierce is the disposition of this nakshatra. When it comes to the lunar month and the day, so that is very simple. This nakshatra belongs to the 13th day of both the waxing and the waning phases of the moon's monthly cycle, the Triyodashi. When it comes to the lunar month, this nakshatra belongs to the first part of the lunar month Ashad, which as per our solar or the English calendar falls in the later part of the month June. When it comes to the sexual type and the gotra, so this nakshatra belongs to the sage, the gotra is, this nakshatra belongs to the sage Pulahu, the connector of space. Is as the gotra, as the lineage associated to this nakshatra, and the sexual type of this nakshatra is, it has been assigned the male monkey as the sexual type, which is compatible with the another monkey, which is the Shravana nakshatra, because it has been associated with the female monkey as its sexual type. So lots of playfulness in the sexual activities can be seen in the life of someone who is strongly under the influence of this Purvashadha nakshatra. When it comes to the profession and the places, so that is very simple. All what you need to do is that you need to take out the keywords associated with this nakshatra. So all those profession which requires water, now that could be a fishing profession, that could be any marine experience, that could be navy, that could be sailor, come under the purview of this nakshatra, just because there is too much of the Sagittarius sign of learning, of the teaching, even the Venus is associated with it. So the teachers, the preachers, even all those professional motivators, the motivational speakers will come under the purview of this nakshatra. All the artistic professions, now that could be a writer, a poet, a fashion designer, a costume designer, will come under the purview of this nakshatra. So all these are few of the occupation which you can think of opting. Even the the lawyers, anything related to the debating occupation, the arbitrators can be seen as the attached profession to this nakshatra. When it comes to the places, so apart from all the occupations which we have discussed over here, even the ocean, the lakes, the airports, the ports, the docks, the shipping yards, and all those places where the high sect, high influential and high sect of the society meet, live, can be seen as the place under the purview of this nakshatra, along with the luxury hotels, luxury islands. So all those places will come under the purview of this Purvashadha nakshatra. So this is all what I wanted to say as my take on the second part on this Purvashadha nakshatra. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on astrology, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.
Chidananda Rupa Shivo